Well, the Buckeyes got back on the field this week, and they look back to shape. They made a statement today to the college football world. They absolutely blew out Michigan State. They had no trouble in this game. Now the record pillow needs some changing. And again, I'm going to talk to you guys why I'm doing this. I was very impressed watching this game. I was impressed with everyone. I was impressed with the way that everybody played this game. This was just a total blowout. And yes, this Michigan State team isn't the best. However, I have 5-0, baby. I'll talk to you about this game, and then I'll talk to you about what this game means for Ohio State, what can occur in the future, and what the Big Ten is doing that might be surprising to some and not surprising to others. What's up, Tailgaters? My name is Tailgate Nate, and as you just saw there on my record pillow, the Ohio State Buckeyes, my favorite team, has moved to 5-0 after just an absolute throttling of the Michigan State Spartans. Like, this one was not even close. Ohio State has been dealing with COVID issues. They were without 23 starting players in this game, including 3 starting offensive linemen, also including their starting center. Also, our defensive captain, Tuff Borland, was not playing in this game. And I think most notably, our head coach, Ryan Day, was not on the sideline. So we had Larry Johnson at the head coaching position. We had basically a brand new offensive line with Wyatt Davis on there. I was a little nervous about the offensive line. I was wondering how well the offensive line was going to perform. I'll talk about it at the end of the game recap. Again, this is a more in-depth breakdown. If you want to see a little more general, check out my video later today where I review all the Big Ten games from Week 7. But anyway, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So Michigan State wins the toss. Ohio State wins the toss, and they elect to defer. So Michigan State gets the ball first, and they can't do anything. The Ohio State defense came out to play. They punt the ball away. The next drive, 12 plays, 83 yards, 4 minutes and 37 seconds, is an Ohio State touchdown. Justin Fields runs it in for 2 yards. And there were a lot of shaky snaps on this drive. We had a left guard starting at center. It was just a whole lot of weird, awkward snaps, a lot to his right, a lot to his left, a lot low. There was one that went high. It was just some bad snaps. Also some mistakes by Michigan State in this drive. There's a roughing the passer. There's just a couple other defensive miscues here by Michigan State on this drive. But I thought Justin Fields played this drive really well. He showed his athleticism with the bad snaps. Now the snaps got better as the game went on, but he showed his athleticism, able to make something out of nothing, and that's exactly what he did on 3rd and goal at the Michigan State 2. Ran it in for a 2-yard touchdown. We do get Blake Hobbiel back in this game. He kicks the extra point. We're up 7-0. Later, Michigan State can't complete passes this drive. Rocky Lombardi had a very, very tough game. Just not a great showing from Rocky Lombardi. He ended up getting pulled in this game, which I'll mention the other quarterback here in a little bit. But punt that drive, Ohio State punts their next drive as well. They were driving kind of-ish. It looked like they were going to, but a holding penalty on Jeremy Ruckert cost them the drive. Punt from Michigan State. Then the next drive, Justin Fields, 44-yard run. Again, this was a play where he made something out of nothing. It wasn't a terribly great snap. Some miscues, just makes a man miss, and he's off to the races, ends up getting 44 yards. Later, Justin Fields can't complete a pass to Jamison Williams, but can find Garrett Wilson down there on the sideline. A nice touch pass over the defender's arms, right over the defender's hands. Perfectly placed ball, and Garrett Wilson is able to muscle away a defender with a stiff arm in order to get in with touchdown. 3 plays, 72 yards, 41 seconds. Ohio State is up 14-0 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Michigan State again has to punt, and Ohio State, their next drive would, in the middle of it, be the end of the first quarter. So your score is 14-0, and Ohio State has a lot of momentum. The first drive of the second quarter for Ohio State, technically 10 plays, but 1 play was in the first quarter. 10 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 57 seconds. This, again, was a lot of just Justin Fields making plays. Just lots of Justin Fields making plays. He's able to punch it in for the 1-yard touchdown. Blake Hobbiel would kick it. Also, Trey Sermon was very prominent in this drive as well. I think a lot of people forget how good of a runner Trey Sermon is. He really showed out in this game. Meanwhile, Michigan State and Ohio State both punt their next possessions, but Drew Chrisman was insane in this game. An average of, I believe, over a 50-yard average per punt. I absolutely love Drew Chrisman. He's just so good. He is so good. We've been getting punters from Australia for, I believe, almost a decade now. We had, I believe his name was Cameron Johnson, and now we have Drew Chrisman. I mean, these guys are crazy, crazy good. So Michigan State is backed up at the 1 after that punt. Rocky Lombardi just tries to get some room, muscles forward for a yard. Connor Hayward can't run, and then Rocky Lombardi passes or drops back into his own end zone on 3rd and 9, tipped in the air by Haskell Garrett, caught by Haskell Garrett. It's an interception, touchdown, technically pick 6, but didn't really have to run, just had to catch the ball. 28-0 Ohio State. Rocky Lombardi is staying in the game up to this point, and Michigan State ends up punting their next possession, as does Ohio State. Just Justin Fields just making some smart plays, not trying to force anything, and they ended up punting it away. Then Michigan State, I believe this was pretty close to the last drive, or this was Michigan State's last drive of the first half. They bring in Peyton Thorne. And Peyton Thorne played great in this first drive. 1st down 10, pass complete. 2nd and 4, pass complete. 1st and 10, pass complete. 1st and 10, pass complete. 2nd and 17, pass complete. 3rd and 7, pass complete. And then he got hit from behind. He just didn't see it coming. Ball forced by Baron Browning, recovered by Javonte Jean-Baptiste. Ohio State just knees the ball. There was some shoving out there on the sideline. Thorne took exception to it, hit him out of bounds, and there was some. Oh no, I'm sorry. This was an unsportsmanlike conduct. Okay, so I do want to talk about this play towards the end of the first half. So number 14 on defense. I'm sorry, can't remember his name right now. I wish it would come to me. It's just not. Going for the fumble, he gets his helmet like his helmet falls off. It wasn't like ripped off or hit off. It just fell off while he was going for the fumble, and that's fine. Whatever. Helmets fall off all the time. What Connor Hayward did though was he came along, kicked the helmet of number 14, and he took exception to that, gave him a little shove, and that's what drew an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Personally, if I was out there on the football field and someone kicked my helmet, I'd probably do the same thing number 14 did. I'd be like, hey, dude, don't do that. Like, what? Stop. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not too big of a deal. The refs took exception to it. That's what drew the flag. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I thought it was interesting, and just don't. You see unnecessary roughness all the time, but something like that, again, just the player took exception to it. So I have no fault with him there. I don't have a problem with him getting unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm perfectly fine with that. That takes us to the end of the half. Ohio State is up 28-0. You can already feel like this one is going to be a blowout. First 2 drives of the game, first 2 drives of the second half for both teams were punts. And this next drive for Ohio State was a heavy dose of Trey Sermon, a run for 6 yards. Then Justin Fields completes a pass to Chris Olave. Trey Sermon gets another 2 yards, again to Chris Olave, and Trey Sermon finds the hole, makes a man miss, and he's off to the races. A 64-yard touchdown run. And after Justin Fields coming off the worst game of his college career, NFL scouts were like, okay, what's he going to do? Is he going to bounce back? He bounced back. He even threw a block for Trey Sermon near the end zone. That's how you get guys on your side, throwing blocks for your guys, not just making touchdown passes or making spin moves at the goal line. No, making a block for your guys. Wonderful by Justin Fields here. Then Michigan State says, okay, guys, come on. We got to do something. Peyton Thorne has a great pass down the field, complete to Jaden Reed for 55 yards, and then Peyton Thorne is going to do it himself. He runs in for 20 yards, so 2 plays, 75 yards, 44 seconds for Michigan State. Peyton Thorne played really, really well in this game. I don't know if Mel Tucker is going to go to him as the starting quarterback next week against Penn State. Very well might. I really like how Peyton Thorne played. Ohio State fumbles the ball. Chris Olave caught the pass, just gets hit. Helmet right on the ball. Great play by the Michigan State defense as they force a turnover. But on the very next play, a one-handed interception by Shaun Wade. Um, return for no gain, a diving interception. At first glance, it looks like he caught it with two hands, but no, it was really only the one hand. The second hand was just kind of there like, okay, don't fall out. If you fall out, my other hand's here. No, he caught that thing with one hand. Absolutely phenomenal play. Ohio State, that drive. Again, lots of Trey Sermon and Justin Fields in this drive would go down. Blake Hobbill kicks a 27-yard field goal, his first field goal back. Good job, Blake Hobbill. Michigan State would reciprocate that, get a field goal their next drive. It was a long drive for Michigan State, 11 plays, 55 yards for Ted. And Matt Coggle ended up kicking a 32-yard field goal with about 11:58 left in the fourth quarter. So in the middle of this drive, it was the end of the third quarter. Your score is 38-10, Ohio State, and pretty much already guaranteed the win here. Ohio State and Michigan State, the likewise, both punt their next drives. Touchdown throw from Justin Fields to Chris Olave, just one play, 41 yards. Didn't take that long at all, maybe 6 seconds. And Blake Hobbill with the extra point, 45-10, Ohio State. Michigan State punts their next drive, and that in the day is done for Justin Fields. May not have thrown for 200 yards, but played really, really well. I mean, Justin Fields made some great plays in this game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't try to play hero ball. He wasn't worried about winning the Heisman Trophy. I'm not worried about him winning the Heisman Trophy at all. He was worried about winning the game and doing it impressively, and he made smart plays in this game. All props to him. They played C.J. Stroud, which I've been itching to see C.J. Stroud actually get a good drive in for a long time. They ended up bringing Mayan Williams at running back, who ran for 4 straight plays until C.J. Stroud busted it open on the option, ran 48 yards for a touchdown. It's 52-10. Michigan State punts their next drive, and Ohio State takes a safety. So they put in Steel Chambers. Then the snap goes over, I believe, Miller's head, the third-string quarterback. The snap goes over Miller's head, and he just smartly takes a safety. I mean, why not? 2 points aren't going to hurt you. Then there's the end of game right there on the kickoff or on like the punt, for safety. Michigan State actually fumbled, so Ohio State recover it, just need there, and that's your game. 52-14, an absolute throttling for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So now what does this mean? I think they are firmly in the playoff. And I don't care if they make the Big Ten championship, if they don't make the Big Ten championship. Now with Wisconsin losing to Indiana, I think Wisconsin might not be as great of a win as Northwestern, possibly, maybe. But we also have the possibility of playing Iowa if we don't make the Big Ten championship game. Michigan could ruin Ohio State's season in an entirely different way. Although the Big Ten, I don't believe there's been an official report of this. However, the Big Ten is rumored to be altering their rules so that Ohio State gets in the Big Ten championship game. I think a lot of people are going to like this move from the Big Ten, while pretty much everyone has not liked what the Big Ten has done, myself included. Hey, I'm just expressing my opinion. I absolutely hate what the Big Ten has done with this. Great that we're playing football, but they handled this in the entirely wrong way. But Ohio State still has a chance to go to Indianapolis, possibly whether this Michigan game gets played or not. And if the Big Ten does end up reverting their course and that Michigan game doesn't get played, Ohio State's already clinched a spot in the Big Ten championship game against Northwestern. So look forward to that on December 19th. It sounds like the Big Ten is going to change. It sounds like Barry Alvarez, the Wisconsin athletic director, is just going to make it happen. He is strong opinion for that. Like, this is our conference's best shot. Now, I know Indiana's played well. You're going to hear me talk about Indiana later tonight. Absolutely amazing what Indiana's done. I mean, incredible. Just incredible for Indiana. You'll hear me talk about them later tonight. But for Ohio State, this is a good statement win. I like this win for Ohio State. This is terrific. This is any adjective that you can put in there that means good, awesome, dominant, whatever. This is like the Ohio State team from last year where they just throttled absolutely everybody. I have no complaints. Absolutely no complaints in this game. Justin Fields played a sound game, made smart decisions with the football, made plays when he had to. I'm not going to bug our offensive line because there were a couple times that the Michigan State defense got to Justin Fields. However, we're playing without 3 starters and probably will play without those same 3 starters in the Michigan game if it gets played. So, my opinion on that Michigan game, I hope it gets played. Not because, well, yes, because I like seeing Ohio State beat up on Michigan every year. However, it's just a fun game. It's always a fun game to watch. There's always that bitter rivalry. You always want to play your bitter rival. It's just something you look forward to every year. But again, that game is very much in limbo. Now, Ohio State could go out and find another opponent to play if another Big Ten game gets canceled. I know Minnesota's dealing with issues, so we could play Nebraska again. There are some other teams dealing with it. It all kind of depends. We could go out and play anyone again. If that Wisconsin-Iowa game gets canceled, we could very well play Wisconsin or Iowa that week. So it all really just depends. I hope we play Michigan, but we could end up playing anyone else. Conclusion after this game, Ohio State firmly in the college football playoff. I think whether they make it to Indianapolis or not. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a like on this video. Also, remember to subscribe. I've been checking analytics lately, and lots of you guys that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Also, ring the bell so you get notifications on when I upload. You can personalize your notifications. You can go when I upload all videos, important videos, whatever you want. You can customize your notifications. Also, please leave a comment down below. I love reading your guys' thoughts. Also, share this video with everyone you know. I'm trying to grow the channel as big as possible, so share this video with everyone you know who likes Ohio State football, Big Ten football, or college football in general as much as you and me. Remember to play hard, but tailgate harder, and I will see all of you guys later tonight with my Big Ten Week 7 review. Goodbye.